Hey,
Hello. Hey, Dan.
William.
Good.
Good. Welcome. We're going to give people a couple minutes here to check in. Hey, Bogdan, how's it going? You're looking very serious in that photo, buddy.
I know, that's the whole idea. I'm a serious real estate agent.
I know you are. All right. So we're just going to give a second. Steven's the team leader in our Stanford Market Center, who I'm going to be co-hosting this with. And give me one second. Let me set this up. But he just needed a second. We just finished up another meeting actually. So, what is that doing it this way? Okay. So we're just going to give everybody a second to join us. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, everyone?
We're just waiting on the Stanford crew. So I'm not sure who Greg is. Greg, would you mind introducing yourself? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Oh, hello.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
Yeah, good. How about you? Yeah, I'm Greg. I'm out of the Stanford office. Just
Okay.
figured I'd log on and kind of get some information.
Awesome. Very cool. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for hosting.
How about you, Jay? I'm not sure who Jay is. Anybody? Jay, you are currently muted, but you do have the ability to unmute yourself. All right, Steve's here. Where's Steve?
I
There
am
he is.
back. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. All right, so why don't we get started? So my name is Dan Raposa. I'm the team leader in our Ridgefield, Connecticut Market Center.
And I'm Steve Scott, team leader in Stanford.
All right, so Steve and Carlos, who's not joining us right now because he's on an appointment. He's the assistant team leader in Stanford, but Steve and Carlos kind of covered like all of southern Fairfield County, more or less. And my office is more focused on the northern Fairfield County area. So, there's some overlap there. Obviously, we get a lot of people in like the Wilton area, Westport, Weston, that like where we get some overlap there, where those two areas kind of cross. But for the most part, between the two offices, we cover pretty much all of, Western Fairfield County, pretty much all of Fairfield County. So thank you for everybody to join us. Today, we're going to kind of walk through, some of the advantages or some of the reasons to get into the real estate business, as well as what that process looks like. And then talk a little bit about, just getting started in real estate and what actually being successful in this business kind of looks like. All right. So I'll kick us off, and Steve and I will kind of bounce back and forth a little bit here. But I'll start off by talking like a little bit about why real estate, right? And there are some massive advantages to real estate. I got into real estate right out of college, and part of the reason for that was because I recognized a lot of these things. I grew up in a family that was everybody kind of owned real estate. My uncles all owned real estate. My father owned real estate. He was in construction. And so I saw a lot of the advantages that came with that. But some that weren't really talked about as I got started are things like the low cost and low barrier to entry. The fact that you have really unlimited income potential. You have the ability to kind of create your own schedule and be as flexible as your clients will allow you to be, right? And then you can make an impact and change lives. I don't know another business or another career that you can have that you could really get started for about, we're going to work through some of the costs, but for about like $2,000, in the state of Connecticut, you can get your real estate license and kind of get your business up and running for about $2,000 in a 60-hour classwork and 60 hours of classwork.
Yeah, and I always say, Dan, that could be one rental and you've recouped all your expenses just to become a realtor. Yeah.
Right. But not just that, like one rental deal and you've recouped your entire investment in one transaction. And yet at the same time, you have unlimited income potential. One of the top real estate agents in this country, his name is Ben Kinney. He's a real estate agent with Keller Williams out in Bellingham, Washington. He was a cable installer and salesperson. He installed cable and he got into real estate something like 11 years ago?
Actually, it's like 17, 18. Yeah, no, right before I did. I did. Yeah.
So what the heck, Steve? You're slacking a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm so close.
Right?
I'm so close.
So he's been in the business 15, 16 years, something like that now. And he's now the #1 real estate agent in the entire country. And owns and operates multiple businesses. So there's literally unlimited income potential here. What business allows you to be there for all of your kids, soccer games and dance recitals and things like that. And still have the ability to create whatever income and whatever life you really want that to look like. And then the last thing, which I think is really important and isn't talked a lot about enough, is the impact that you have on people's lives. Real estate is still one of the largest asset classes in this country, meaning more wealth is created and held in real estate than in almost every other asset class. And real estate agents are kind of the front line for that, for the consumer side, for the average American. And, the average American, home is their largest asset. It's the largest financial decision that they're ever going to make. And you have the opportunity to really kind of help people in a really big way in that regard. And I think that's hugely important. I don't think it's talked about enough, at least not on the kind of the public level. So I think, those are just some of the many reasons why a career in real estate can be extremely fulfilling, I think. So let's talk a little bit now. I guess, Steve, if you want to talk a little bit about how people can get started.
Sure. So like Dan just said, too, I have a background. My dad was a builder. I worked with his business. My mom managed a real estate company, so I kind of had real estate in my blood. And then I launched into real estate myself 16 years ago with Keller Williams, born and raised Keller Williams, never been at another real estate company. So I'm completely biased towards KW, just letting you know that. And it was truly a rewarding experience. When I was an agent for 10 and a half years. And grew my team before I became a team leader 5 years ago. And like Dan said, I had total flexibility. When I was a realtor, I worked mostly with the buyers on our team. So I was running around, nights and weekends constantly, whenever buyers needed me. But I managed to, I could control my own schedule. I never missed my kid's soccer game or a concert at school, all of that. I mean, it was the best of both worlds. So that it really is a great, great career, understanding all of that. So it is a low barrier of entry to get into real estate. Like Dan said, maybe around $2,000. We'll get to the details in a minute about that. But in Connecticut, you have to take 60 hours of principles and practices. That is now online with the recent change in our world. That has changed here in Connecticut for the first time. You can do it online, so that gives you even more flexibility. In New York, it's 75 hours. I just heard recently that you sign up in New York and you have to take the 75 hours, but you have to take a minimum of 62 hours in New York. I don't know how that works, how they monitor that, but that's what you have to do. And then you can take your test. And our offices have reciprocity in both states. We're licensed in both states. So it's easy for you to get your license in one and come over to the other. There are certain approved schools in the area. Real Estate University out of Norwalk and Stanford. They have the most flexible schedule as far as I know, as far as you making it work within your schedule. NAVCAR in Bethel, Ridgefield Continuing Ed. I don't know if that March 18th is not a correct.
Yeah, that just needs to be updated from last time.
Right, and then there's Real Estate and Appraisal School is another one that's also in Stanford. That's another one that has a sort of a flexible schedule. Real Estate University, though, I mean, they're already tapped into the online class with the state of Connecticut, so that's probably your best bet right now. And then you do that, you take an exam in the class and you sign up for your state exam. You do that through an organizational company out of Las Vegas called PSI. And then you get your test date and then you take your final exam in Connecticut, where you have to go to a location, a site, and then you take it actually on the computer and you know your results right away. And then you go out and you find a brokerage who you want to align with. And hopefully that'll be Keller Williams.
So let's talk a little bit about what those costs look like. So most of the courses right now that you're going to find, especially the online ones, are going to be in that $300 to $500 range. And that might depend. That might vary based on whether or not books are included, or if there's any additional, fees and things like that. But so those do tend to have a range, but they all tend to be in that $300 to $500 range.
Hey, Dan, just had a thought. Can we ask everybody who's attending, could they just go into the chat box and give us your name and your email address, and we can send you this presentation so you don't have to take notes?
That's a great idea.
If you feel like doing that.
All right. And all right. So so once you've taken your class and you want to actually go to take the test with PSI, the testing fee for that is $145. All right. So you're looking at $300 to $500 for the course, $145 for to take the test. Once you've passed the test, you then send in your paperwork from the testing company saying that you've passed, along with a check for $305. And that's going to go to the state, and that's your initial licensing fee. All right. Now, to be an active real estate agent, you're going to need to do a couple other things too. You're going to need to join the MLS. All right. So that means that's where you're going to go to get access to all of the listings, and see what properties are on the market, as well as list and market your properties, the properties that for your sellers. And so access to the MLS is going to cost you about $485 a year. That will vary based on when you join and when you start your business. So they do prorate that, and they do charge it. I think it's twice a year now. They've been changing. It's been going back and forth. It used to be quarterly. It used to be monthly. It used to be, but now I believe it's twice a year.
Yeah.
And it's a total of $485 a year. Now, when you join the MLS also requires that you're a member of a local real estate board. So there are a lot of options for those. Stanford Board of Realtors down there. There's Mid-Fairfield County Board of Realtors, which is kind of more Norwalk and Westport focused. The Ridgefield Board of Realtors. There's the Northern Fairfield County Association of Realtors. That's kind of like Danbury and like around like Candlewood area. Up in that area as well. So you have a lot of different options. They all have different fees. The board dues have actually kind of gone up quite significantly in the past year or so. So right now you're most likely going to be looking probably in like the $600 to $700 range for that. All right. So all in, your kind of annual expenses are going to be around that $2,000 mark. Now, there are going to be other costs though, right? Because you're starting and running a business. So, you're going to have things like your brokerage fees. Now, every brokerage is a little bit different, but every real estate agent is going to have to pay for errors and omissions insurance. And that's essentially insurance against you making a mistake. every brokerage is a little bit different, and what those fees look like and what that coverage looks like can be very different. So that's a question to ask about when you're interviewing brokerages. Every brokerage is also going to have different fees and splits and things like that as to how you're compensating the brokerage for the services that they're providing to support your business as well. So you're going to want to ask, a lot more questions as you're interviewing those brokerage partners about what those look like, and then figure out, a partner that's going to make the most sense for you. And then you have obviously just your regular business expenses like marketing your listings or advertising to get buyers and sellers, business cards, any technology that you want to use, getting photos and professional photography, things like that. So there are some things that you're going to want to have some money saved to kind of invest in your business, because that's what this is, right? So I don't know about you, Steve, but one of the most common questions I get from new agents is, what can I do to get started and be successful in this business?
Yeah, sure. Totally.
So why don't we talk a little bit about that? Why don't you take this first one here?
Yeah. So, and everyone can be successful in real estate. I found that it can be a very rewarding career, like we talked about. It's an opportunity for you to be entrepreneurial. It's an opportunity for you to help people, and you truly do. And in my career, like Dan said before, you're really changing lives. You have that opportunity. I was adopted by every buyer I worked with. They loved me. I was invited to baptisms, birthday parties. You truly create that sphere, and it's a real great opportunity. The person that's going to be most successful, I'll tell you something right now, a couple fallacies. Listings don't fall from the sky, and buyers are not going to walk through the door the moment you get your license. It's not going to happen. Trust me. You got to work at your business, and you have to follow certain systems and models. Others have gone before you, and there's no point in reinventing the wheel, right? Common expression. I will point out a couple things right now. There's probably later in the presentation, but two great books that you'd want to know about right now are The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, written by Gary Keller. This red book right here is the best-selling real estate book on the planet, best-selling book. And then there's a Shift, which is a variation of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. Again, models and systems written for you to follow. Literally this book, step by step, it reads like a college textbook, step by step, how to net $1 million selling real estate. If you want to do that, and what I always tell everybody is follow the guidelines, follow the models, and if you don't, you set your sights on that $1 million. If you don't achieve that and you net $500,000, I don't think you're going to be upset. If you net $300,000 by your second year, I don't think you're going to be upset. So the models and systems are crucial to follow. Focus on your strengths. You all know who you are. One thing that we do here at Keller Williams is we do a personality assessment. We do a DISC profile, and we also do a KPA, and we get to know who you really are. We help you know who you really are and how you're going to react with certain people. That is really, really important in really determining, building those relationships and having those strong relationships with your prospects and your clients. Identify your one thing and execute. Dan, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So when we say identify your one thing and execute, what we found in our research and what Gary Keller and Jay Papasan found in their research for the book, The One Thing, is that the most successful people in the world are really, really good at doing one thing over and over and over again and finding success in that. So when we say identify your one thing and execute, we know that there's going to be something that you do really well that's going to bring you business and make you successful in this business. So let's figure out. So part of what Steve and I do, and along with our other staff members, is help people figure out what that is, and then create a plan for executing on that. Right. So in real estate, we know it comes down to lead generation. In any sales type business, your ability to generate leads will be the one thing that determines your success.
Yeah.
Now, lead generation can look like a lot of different things. It could look like paid advertising. It could look like referral business. It could look like events and networking, or just going out a lot and being at lots of happy hours and knowing lots of people and being a really social person. It could be cold calling, expired listings or for sale by owners. right? There's a lot of different ways you can generate leads. What your job is as a real estate agent is to figure out what you could be good at and what your one thing, what that one way of generating leads that's going to make you more successful is, and then execute that on a regular and consistent basis.
Yeah, like Dan said, I mean, lead generation is everything. I mean, you are going to be in the business of selling houses and helping people, but you're really in the business of lead generation. In any sales business, you're in the business of generating leads to then bring to fruition. And getting back to systems and models, you talk about leads. There's 3 L's of real estate: are leads, listings, and leverage. You're going to be in lead generation. You're going to develop listings. Listings lead to everything in real estate, and then leverage to grow your business. Once you have an established business, to grow that business, you need certain leverage, which is another thing that we talk a lot about here at Keller Williams. We talk about failing. We don't want to talk about failing, actually, but we want to talk about failing. We talk about failing often, fail fast, and fail forward, right? We're always failing forward. It's okay to fail. Totally. You got to dive into this business, and you've got to take the bull by the horns, if you will, and you got to make it happen. So it's okay to fail forward, learn from your mistakes as you move forward. And most importantly, you need to hire a brokerage that has 3 important things. This is crucial. You need to have an excellent, need to have a great culture, the environment that you're going to be in. That's everything. If you're a go to the office type person, or you're working from home, whatever it is, that culture, that environment of all the people that are within your brokerage, that's important to you in many, many ways. Training and education. Here's a statistic. Again, I don't mean to be negative about this, but, and I'm not saying this to dissuade any of you, 80% of everyone who gets their license in real estate in the United States gets out of real estate by their 2nd year. It's an atrocious statistic, but it's true. And if you ask me, probably because some of those people maybe made a mistake. This isn't the right thing for them. Okay, that makes sense. But there's, I mean, as far as Dan and I are concerned, as managers, leaders, team leaders, I mean, there's real talent that's leaving this business because they went to an organization that didn't offer them the training and coaching and consulting that they need to get their business off the ground. And they're like, okay, I'm going into my 2nd year and I haven't, you know, I've made $5,000, and they're out and they're moving on to the next best thing. So don't let that happen to you. You've got to be in an organization with great training and education. And then technology. We're in a technological world. Technology is crucial. As you know, technology rules your world, whether you like it or not. Artificial intelligence is listening to you, watching you, and marking your every move. And that is huge right now. And Keller Williams has embraced that thought, and we became a technology company 3 years ago. And now technology is a huge, huge cornerstone of what our company is all about. Gives you the right tools and technology to move your business forward. So technology is crucial. Make sure you ask about that.
Awesome. So I'd like to kind of shift a little bit now and talk a little bit about Keller Williams and what we do here. And I think the best place to start with that is with our mission. So unlike most real estate companies, our mission has actually nothing to do with real estate. It's all about our people. And I think that's a big difference between our company and a lot of our competitors. So Keller Williams' mission is to essentially accomplish 3 things. To build careers worth having, meaning helping you create a career worth having, where you're making the money that you want to make, and you're able to then grow to that 2nd step, which is creating a business worth owning. And a business worth owning is all about having something that runs when you're not running it, right? If you're the one doing all the work, then you might have a career worth having, but you might not have a business worth owning. Having a business worth owning then gives you the opportunity and the ability to create a life worth living. What does that life look like to you? You know, how are you spending your time? What are the things that you're doing? And from there, you can then create experiences worth giving. What kind of experiences are you giving to your loved ones, to the friends, the family in your life, to your clients? Are you giving a client experience that is going to make people happy to work with you, right? And to refer you to people that they know? Are you creating a life where you're able to create experiences for your family? Take your children on vacations, take your spouses on vacations, right? Where you're able to retire and take some time for yourself. And then finally, building a legacy worth leaving. You know, we all have limited time on this planet, and at some point we're all gonna go. What are we leaving behind? You know, are we leaving behind a better world than when we found it? Who are the people that are going to remember us and kind of carry on our names? That's important. And, you know, so what we do at Keller Williams, yes, we sell real estate, but that's not our mission. Our mission are to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. So Steve, you want to talk a little bit about our belief system?
Yeah, and just another statement about Keller Williams. There's a reason why Keller Williams Realty has become the largest real estate company on the planet. You know, I say there's four reasons why that's happened. And what Dan is talking about right now is part of that for sure, our mission. And again, guys, make sure you ask, when you're interviewing with other companies, make sure you ask them what their mission is. But Keller Williams, you come to Keller Williams for 4 reasons. 1, for coaching, consulting, education, and training. 2, the culture, the environment, which we just talked about. 3, the actual business model, which is how you're being compensated and what are your other opportunities to build wealth. And 4, technology. Those 4 reasons have created the world's largest real estate company. And one thing we say at Keller Williams is it's not all about what you get when you come to Keller Williams, it's about who you become. This company has changed lives. Just like you're going to change lives as a realtor with the people you work with, Keller Williams has changed lives. And that's what we want to continue to do. So our belief system, Dan, you want to pull that up?
Sure.
So our belief system is real crucial to us. I mean, if you were in my office right now here in Stanford, it's in Dan's office too. It's right by our front desks on the wall, as large as life, that we always look for a win-win in every situation, a win-win or no deal. Integrity, do the right thing always. And customers always come first. Service first, sales second. Commitment, a commitment in all things we do. Communication, seek first to understand what's happening. Creativity, ideas before results. And teamwork is huge here at Keller Williams. Teamwork is right up at the top, actually. I mean, Keller Williams is a collaborative environment that, if you ask me, is very unique in the industry, and that together everyone achieves more. And we all work towards a common goal here at Keller Williams. Trust starts with honesty, always. And success results through people. You come to Keller Williams to become a realtor, but another thing that Dan and I could share with you at a later date when we meet with you is an opportunity map. At most companies, you can go to another real estate brokerage to be a realtor and maybe grow a team around you. And that's kind of where the road ends. That's where the opportunity is. Here at Keller Williams, we can show you an entire roadmap of different ways your career could go within real estate, things that you never dreamed of. So it's all about opportunity.
All right. So Steve said before, you know, about our training and our consulting. And so I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk a little bit about that. We're the only real estate company that has been recognized by an outside organization as being excellent in training. So Training Magazine, which studies the various training companies across all industries, has consistently named Keller Williams the top training company in the country, across all industries, and to the point where I think it was about 2 years ago, they actually retired us from their list. So they said, we're no longer going to award Keller Williams the top prize. We're just going to make them a part of our Hall of Fame and give and focus on everybody else. So what that looks like from an agent perspective is live training daily. Right now, it's not in our office. It's all online like this, as everybody else is, we have to cut back on, social interactions and things like that, in-person interactions. But we focus on not just training on how to be a great agent, but how to use our technology. We host things like events like agent masterminds, where our agents can get together and share, ideas, share issues that they've faced, and help problem solve and help each other grow. We bring in outside vendors and speakers to teach us about what's going on in the ancillary services that we deal with on a daily basis, like home inspection and repairs and maintenance, property maintenance and mortgage and insurance, and financial planning, and all of these things that are all kind of ancillary businesses to real estate, in all ways that we can, that we can provide more value to our clients.
Yeah, Dan, let me comment on that real quick before we move on. Getting back to like agent masterminds and that whole concept, that again, like I told you before, I've never been at another real estate company, but between Dan and I, we've recruited hundreds of agents. Between our two real estate offices, we have 475 agents. So Dan and I have recruited agents from every other real estate office, with agents that saw the opportunity and the value in Keller Williams. And most recently, I've had some agents come in right before the shutdown, and we were doing agent mastermind in our office, and we had about, I don't know, between 30 and 40 agents in our training room sitting in a circle, and they were going to be doing a mastermind, and they were doing just that. They were sharing ideas, sharing struggles, whatever they were facing in the marketplace right now, and coming up with solutions and giving each other ideas. And I had two agents that had just joined the Stanford office in that mastermind, and they came to me afterwards and they said, okay, we've been in this industry for over 15 years, and I have never experienced a session like that in my life. Mm-hmm. The opportunity to be collaborative and have that masterminding, brainstorming session with other agents where you're not holding everything close to the vest and close guarded, because that's not the environment and the culture we have here at Keller Williams. So understand that you stand on the shoulders of giants, people that have had successful businesses here before. They will give you their business plan. So that's a huge opportunity for you as new agents.
Yeah, I literally just sent I got an email from an agent who recently joined our office from William Pitt Sotheby's, who said, listen, she had a great conversation with another one of our top agents around his listing presentation and how he does it. And, she forgot to get his email address because she wanted to email him to remind him to send him, because he said he would send her his listing presentation so that she can kind of take a look at it and use what he uses. And she was shocked by that conversation, right? Because that would have never happened at her previous brokerage, right? So that collaborative effort and training and with things like masterminds and things like that, just it's part of the core of our company. We also, Keller Williams as a larger company, also provides daily trainings. And those are all done online through our website called KW Connect. And it's an opportunity where not just KWRI as a larger company, but also agents can share their own trainings. So you as an agent could have the opportunity to create content and create trainings and put them out to the rest of the company. And there are hundreds of agents around the company, thousands of agents around the company that are sharing ideas that they have, and things that they've created, or scripts that they've created, or presentations that they've created, or marketing materials that they've created through our social platform, which is called KW Connect. And then we've also created some of the top trainings in real estate in general. So Ignite, which is more of our like new agent training program. It's a 12-class training program. We've been doing it both online as well as in person. And it's really it's all the knowledge that you need to know to be successful in this business, to get yourself going. How to find business, how to convert that business, those leads, how to manage the actual transactions, and all of the nuances that go along with that, right? And then how to build a long-term business through referral. All right. Bold and Bold Pivot. These are 8-week training programs. Well, Pivot is a 4-week training program version of Bold. And it's all about like getting into the top producer's mindset. And how do you take your business to a new level? And again, there's some great, it's about mindset. It's about sales. It's about, there's scripts and tactics in there. But it is one of the best sales training programs in this industry, to the point where right now we have over 40,000 people signed up who are taking it right now in this instance. It's the largest real estate training program that's ever existed. And it's also one of the most successful, with an average of, I believe people tend to, that program tends to average about 7 transactions over a 7-week period that people add to their business. And then we also have massive events that are held throughout the year. So Family Reunion, which is the largest real estate conference in the country, over 20,000 people that come together every February at various areas in various locations each year, where we share ideas, where we have the opportunity, where you have access to some of the top agents, sharing their ideas, sharing their trainings. And you get to hear from incredible speakers like Gary Keller and Jay Papasan and things like that.
Yeah, so just to elaborate on that, being a convention, quote unquote convention, right? I've been to Century 21 conventions and others, that this is unlike any other. First of all, it's the largest real estate convention on the planet. It's larger than the NARC, National Association of Realtors convention. And our convention is different because it's just the company we are. Like Dan said, it's all about information sharing and classes. We've got large sessions with Gary Keller, of course, which we all look forward to. But then we break out into 250 different breakout sessions for 3.5 days. And all we do is go to class. I say it's like getting your PhD in real estate. And it's an awesome opportunity we have 20,000 people attending that at any given time. We probably have close to 5,000, 4,000 of them are guests from other companies who want to come to our convention.
Absolutely. All right, now let's talk a little bit about our technology, Steve.
Let's talk a lot about our technology, Dan. We are a technology company. Keller Williams is a real estate company. We sell real estate, of course, but we became a technology company 3 years ago. I've been with this company for 16 years. Sometimes I can't believe I'm saying that because it's just been an amazing ride. And I've seen Gary Keller, the founder of this company, reinvent Keller Williams 3 times. And his most recent reinvention of this company is for us to become a technology company. He saw what was happening in that world of technology and the need for us to keep pace and really exceed that pace and become the prominent real estate technology company. And that's where we are right now. So what we did was we developed what we needed to have, and that was a technology platform that runs off of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence runs your world, like I said before, whether you like it or not. You're going to go out and you're going to buy a new pair of shoes on Zappos online, and then what are you going to see in your Facebook feed for the next week, right? You're going to see all kinds of shoe ads. That's artificial intelligence tracking you. And whether you like it or not, artificial intelligence also listens to you when you speak, when you're near your phone. So that whole concept is something that you have to keep pace with or be swallowed up by it. So we decided to create this tech platform that is it's the only end-to-end consumer platform, technology platform in the real estate space that is unlike any other. It is run by artificial intelligence that includes your dashboard, if you will, for running your business, which we call Command, and your consumer app, which is where you're interacting with the consumer, with your prospects, etc., all connected as one. Our technology, we say it was built by agents for agents because, yes, Keller Williams had 31 people in their IT department 4 years ago. We now have 531 people in our IT department. We went out and hired the best of the best. We hired the coders, the programmers, the project managers. However, we told them what to do. Back when I was an agent, 8, 10, 12 years ago, I had a CRM. I had a database that we used on our business. It was called Top Producer. It's just one that was out there that a lot of realtors used. And we had to pay to use it, pay $70 per user per month to use Top Producer. And I hated it because it was not user-friendly to the realtor. It wasn't created to run a real estate business. Not working for me, not working for a lot of people. So what we went out and created was a tech platform, a CRM included in that is specific to running your real estate business. We told those programmers and coders, almost daily, right, Dan? We're constantly giving them feedback. Okay, this is how I want my listings managed. This is how I want to track my buyers. This is how I want this to be done. And they did it. So over time, I would say over about 1.5 years to 2 years was a really amazing, fast-paced effort. We created this platform. So it was created by us. And Dan, you can continue talking about it, but it's an opportunity that does not exist at other real estate companies, guys.
Yeah, this platform that we've created is essentially the first of its kind. Yeah. No other company has something that is one integrated platform where everything works together. Everything was designed to work together, where you can manage your contacts, manage your interactions with them. You can have interactions with them and automate some of that communication through text messaging and emails and social media and things like that. But you can also do lead generation through it, through social media and print advertising and marketing. You can create designs, and it's all integrated with various technologies. It's literally the first, it's the first of its kind. And what is going to be really powerful is the connection that it has to our consumer experience.
Totally.
And how you will be able to interact with not just your clients, but everybody in your life when it comes to real estate. So it is a unique platform that only Keller Williams has right now. And it's pretty much a game changer for the industry. So
it is, and don't just take our word for it, guys. Google it, look it up, because there's all kinds of news out there about it, media out there about it, and what Gary Keller accomplished. And like Dan said, the consumer experience is where it's key. So I'm looking at the list of everybody here. So William Chang, Bill Chang, you're going to get your own consumer app. Your KW app is going to be your app. It's going to be branded to you. It's all about you. So you're going to want to give that app to everybody you know, your sphere, your family, anyone, prospects, people you meet in the grocery store, anyone who will take it. And all those people will be using your app, right, to look at real estate wherever they go. It's GPS driven. So wherever they go, the MLS is there. They can go across the country and land in LA and look at what's on the market in LA. And it's all connected to you. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's true. But whether they're in North Stamford or they drive to Norwalk, wherever they are, they're going to be able to look at that real estate and be like, wow, that looks like a cool house. Let's ask Bill about that. And immediately that inquiry goes through your system direct to you, and the artificial intelligence is telling you, Bill, you have an inquiry about that house. It's a huge opportunity that does not exist anywhere else.
Awesome. All right, so I'd like to open it up for questions now. We have some people on this call that have, are just getting started or just thinking about the business. So, and we also have some agents that are in our offices as well. So, I'd love to open it up to questions. If you want to just kind of give yourself a quick introduction as to why you're here and what questions you have, or about either being a real estate agent, getting started, any of those kind of things, please feel free.
And Carlos, my cohort, has joined us. Hey, Carlos,
there
unmute
he is.
yourself, buddy, so you can answer questions too.
Yes, let me know if you guys have any questions on the technology. Pleasure to see you guys. Sorry I was here late. One of the things that constantly we get asked is, how can the technology help my business grow, especially in these times? What would you do as a new agent and stuff like that? So you guys want to answer maybe, because I know that sometimes there's hesitation, with everything going on right now. Is this a good time to join real estate?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's never been a better time to get started in real estate, and here's why. Every few years, our industry reinvents itself a little bit. So when I got started I got my real estate license in December of 2006, and it was in about, it was in the fall of 2007 when we started sliding into a major economic recession. I felt that was a great opportunity to get into real estate, because what changed about our industry? All of a sudden, short sales became a major thing. Foreclosures became a major thing. And that was an opportunity, because anytime there's a shift in the business, the real estate agents that are currently in the industry, they have two choices. They can either adapt and learn the new skills that they need to learn in order to maintain their business and maintain relevancy, or they can slowly get out of the business over time.
Yeah.
Right. So back in 2006, and our industry goes through these shifts every few years, right?
Yeah. Every 5-7 years.
We're in one of those shifts right now, where technology is going to be crucial to the people to running your real estate business. And now here's the thing. Most real estate agents don't realize this yet. They're just now getting the first taste of what that looks like. But this is only the beginning. Real estate agents having to do things like using Zoom or FaceTime or Facebook Live to host their client appointments or to host open houses. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Totally. They have no clue.
Just the tip of the iceberg. And what's going to happen is the real estate agents who embrace this technology and implement it at a high level in their business are going to start performing so much better than all of the other real estate agents out there, that eventually what's going to happen is they're going to take massive market share, and the other real estate agents just aren't going to have enough business to stick around. So they slowly get out of business. So this is an opportunity. So if you're getting into the business now, you have an opportunity to really grow a massive business. And here's the beauty of it. You never knew what it was like to do business any other way. All of these agents that are currently in the business, they have to unlearn how they've been doing business for a long time and learn how to do things differently. You don't have that obstacle. This is just the new norm for you.
Yep.
Right? This is just normal, right?
Yep.
And so there is a massive opportunity to starting your real estate career, or to starting your career in a shifting market like we're in right now. A massive, massive opportunity.
I mean, Keller Williams itself was born in a down market. Gary Keller started this company in a down market in Austin, Texas, back in the mid to late 80s. It was a dreadful market. And look where he is now. And that's also why he wrote this book, Shift. And what Dan says too about gaining, massive market share, as you're building your business in this unique market of ours now, any market share you gain is market share you will never lose when the market comes back, because you've created it in a down market. And also, just let me say, unless you guys have more questions too, but we have your emails and everything. We'll reach out to you guys to send you this presentation. And we'd love to sit down with each of you individually. So make an appointment with Dan or I and Carlos, and we'll give you the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. I always say to everybody, take your real estate class first. Don't dive into this book yet, but I want to give it to you now. So we will give it to you if we can meet with you. Does anybody have any questions? Cool.
All right. So I think everybody's names and emails. We'll reach out to you all, either later today or tomorrow. And we'd love any questions that you have, or any feedback that you have as well. All right.
Thanks for being with us, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Thank you.